Well, it's been a minute. Just a little shop update. So I got my swamp installed on the roof finally. That was a headache and a half. This opening is where a fireplace chimney used to be. And before I had the shop insulated, me and my son broke the brick up and got it out. And that fireplace chimney went down to there, and then there was a shelf kind of holding it up. So I don't know if there had been more down there, but there was a wood burning furnace here. So this whole corner was taken up by that, and getting rid of that, freed up this whole area, which I desperately needed the space for. When they insulated, they just sprayed over the hole because I knew it was going to be a while before I got a swamp up there. And one of the reasons, if you notice, the swamp that I have up there is a window unit. It's not meant for the roof. I tried to find a window unit. I actually did find one about 5 hours south from me. I didn't want to make the trip. The guy didn't want to make the trip up here. And the other issue was that it was just much bigger than what I have up there now, which would have been overkill for my shop. So I just decided, never mind. It would have been perfect for the house, but ideally the swamp that should be up there should be a unit that sits right over that hole and then just vents straight down. Is what it is. I got to run with the shoes I got. So that's the swamp that's up there, and I had to build that tunnel. Kind of hokey, muskoky, and all that stuff, but hey, it works. The wiring is what it is. I didn't have the right size conduit to hide that wire in, so over the winter time when I'm not using this, I will go ahead and re-disconnect the wires out of the box, and at least from there to there I will put it in normal conduit. But that's going to be it. I'm not going to add any conduit for that. One of the reasons is a swamp cooler works with evaporative air, and I don't want to have any condensation, collecting inside of a conduit because of that. So I decided that's just going to have to stay exposed. But otherwise, it's all wired up. Got my pump going. There's my fan. So you're supposed to, got to have a place for that air to go. The door is shut. But yeah, you get the idea. And then that big piece of wood is kind of angled in a odd way so that the air blows, all the way around the shop and not all into my box. So I'm glad for that. We still got probably another month of warm weather, and so I'll use that off and on, and then I'll have to get up on the roof and wrap some blankets and plastic around it for the winter time. But other than that, I've been really busy, haven't been able to do any sort of videos. I'm trying to get my business going. I'm at the finish line, and I just got an extremely important piece of machinery that I was desperately needing. Yes, that's right, folks. It's a cutoff saw. And it's not just any cutoff saw. It's a StartRite H175. This thing is not Chinesium. Yeah, I drove an hour and a half into Idaho to pick this up. And man, am I glad I found this. There is nothing cheesy about this. This is all solid all the way. It is a few years old, but hey, I only paid $300 for it. I paid $300 for that Chinese piece of garbage that guy ripped me off on. And this is 500 times the machine that Chinese piece of garbage is. So these StartRite is like a division of Clausing Lathes. They're out of England. They've got a USA branch. Although StartRite, they're still in existence, but I don't know what they're doing. They're not doing these, but they do still make cutoff saws like this, and they look almost identical to this still. But this is a heavy duty piece of machinery meant for an industrial shop. I gotta tell you, I am really happy. I've searched online, other people have them and they love them. And I did a sample cut. You know, it's a pretty heavy piece of material and it cut right through it. So no problems there. You know, it's not a perfect machine, but the few problems it has are very minor. It's like there's a switch in here. I'll show you. So there's supposed to be a switch there, so when it hits there, it shuts off. I got the switch sitting right there. That can be wired up, no problem. I'm not worried about that. It takes coolant. This is the coolant thingy. Has to be cleaned out. I can put up to 7-inch material in there. The aluminum I got is 6-inch in diameter, so it'll take that just fine. There is a hydraulic dealy bob, so I can lower this. This is the so this kind of sets how fast the feed is into the material. It's kind of touchy. But once you get it set, then you just leave it there and it feeds down, and it's there we go. Yeah, I do have to service all this. I don't know. He hadn't used it in many years, but yeah, it's really good. It's got a pretty good motor on it. It's got speed and feeds. It's got a chart. I contacted Clausing. They sent me the manual for it. And this explains, you know, whatever you're cutting, the settings that you should have. I'm going to be doing aluminum and steel, so I'm going to have to get a blade for each. Now, the other interesting thing about this, yeah, nothing cheap about any of this. It's really heavy duty. The bearings are nice and tight on this as well. It's just a little dirty. But when I got it from the guy, he decided to start using a Chinese saw because he could do the vertical bandsaw thing with it, and you can't with this. Well, not so fast, because the manual states that you can use these as a vertical bandsaw. So it explains how to do that. You got to disconnect this. Looks like that's a little loose. Maybe not. And then there's some over here you got to disconnect, and then this will sit upright, and there's a table that mounts to here somehow. I'll see if I can find that table on eBay, but I'm probably going to have to make the table, and then you can use this as a vertical bandsaw. So I kind of lucked out there. I don't know why he didn't know that, why he didn't try to get the manual, but that's like, yeah, for me. Yeah, I mean, it runs really nice. It's quiet. It doesn't make any weird noises. It just needs, you know, cleaned up and a little tune-up done on it, and, you know, we're good to go. And eBay is full of parts for these. So this was like the last piece of equipment that I was needing for the shop, because if I can't cut that aluminum down, you know, I can't get anything in the lathe. You know, I can't hacksaw it by hand. Look at that. Yeah, it's 110, but you know, I've got 3-phase in here, so it wouldn't have mattered if it was 3-phase or not. Let's see, how did this open up? I think so that's just how you adjust the speeds. And he told me this had been in the Kaiser plant. in the valley. And that Kaiser plant in the valley built or manufactured aluminum that went into ships during World War II. It's a really large plant. It's still in operation. Not quite to the capacity that it once was. But so yeah, I'm going to build a dolly for this, get it up on wheels so I can move it around, because I can't have it just sitting there. My shop is too small, but this is like the last piece. So now I'm just down to nickel and dimes to getting going. I need to get still a live center bullnose. That stuff I had, that was draped over this, and I had that covered up because I've been cutting and grinding. You know, you don't want grinding dust all on your machines, but I need a bullnose live center. I need some 3 different types of inserts for the aluminum, for boring, finishing, and cut off. And then I need to make a fixture to go into the jaws. So once I've machined my part, I have to put the part into a fixture so I can finish the reverse side of it. So then that will finish all that off. I got another very important piece of equipment, which I will go over in another video. It's in the anodizing room, and that is almost finished as well. That'll be another video. So otherwise, the state of the shop, you know, it's getting there. This is where I'm at. You know, still got the press to deal with, which is kind of shelved right now because of the you know, workload I'm under right now getting this business going. Milling machine's doing great. And yeah, just pretty much not much is changing here. Still got to build my welding table. That's going to be done after I'm done with the anodizing room, and I got the stuff to make my products. Then I'm going to work on that. So some other things. So I got here, I needed a mask. You know, I noticed through the grinding and cutting, you know, at night I was going in and blowing my nose and all kinds of black stuff was coming out. And I realized I need to get some sort of mask. And after some research, this is the mask that kept coming up. It's a 3M. And one of the nice features about this is that you can pull that open and it releases the tension, so you can just kind of let it drop on your face. You know, you don't have to completely take the mask off or yank on it, which I like. And it fits snugly onto your head, and you can wear stuff over this. So I can wear that inside the face mask, and I can also wear it inside the welding mask. And one nice feature about this is that your exhale is blown down and not into the window. And that was another thing, because this would fog up, especially my welding mask would get all foggy, and it's been a nightmare. I got 2 different filters with it. This is for particulates, and these filters are for like toxic fumes and stuff like that. So if you're sawdust or grinding, these will be fine. If you got something going with toxic fumes you can't breathe in, then you need these. So I got those. And this thing is really lightweight. It's really form-fitting. It's a medium, fits my face fine. And as cheesy as it looks, it's really not. It fits great. It's super lightweight. I have worn this all day long, cutting, grinding, sanding, doing whatnot. No issues at all. I'm just like super happy with it. One of the other issues I'm having, though, which has been plaguing me, is when I'm grinding, the anger grinder's loud, is wearing ear protection and wearing this, and I have to kind of get this to go over that. So I've been trying to look for a solution, and there is kind of a solution, and I'll show you here. from Amazon. The problem with that helmet on Amazon, I don't like the ear protection that it has. There's a few other things I don't like. It doesn't have a full face shield. I don't even like this face shield. It just is kind of flimsy. You know, if the angle grinder disc breaks, I think it'll still go through that. I want something heavier duty than that. And wearing this over this is clunky and funky and doesn't work real well. And I wasn't too sure about how the helmet, you know, would work. And so I started thinking, and I thought, you know, now this is a bump helmet. It's not a ballistic helmet. But I thought, you know, these are modular, and these pretty much have a lot of the same features. Why not, you know, use something like this? Because one of the issues I have is hot things falling on my head. And then the other thing is that I can mount, they have heavy duty face shields for this, and I could mount one on here. And then these, what you have to do with these is you have to cut this headband off and then take pull these wires out of here. They come out in a certain way, and then you can take these off and then insert the headphones onto here. Now the nice thing about that is that when the headphones are in the down position, hear that pop? It pulls out. I can pull the headphones out off of my ears. And I can even, you know, maneuver them back out of the way. Now, you could do the same thing with that helmet as well that I just went over on Amazon, but I don't know that their mechanism is the Peltor made by 3M, and I don't like their ear protection. These are electronic. I can turn these on, and these will shut off under a certain amount of decibels, so I can hear as I'm going. And plus, these are a lot more comfortable. They're slimline. The ones on the helmet were big and bulky. And then, you know, we still have the issue of the face shield on the other helmet, which I wasn't happy with. So I thought, you know, why not try a bump helmet? Because now I can put that on here and I can get my ear protection, I can get the face shield on there, and I'm gonna block these holes off, and then hot things are no longer gonna land on my head. And, you know, certainly a heck of a lot more comfortable than what that helmet was that I was finding. And being that it's modular, I mean, I can arrange this however I want. So why does this have to just be for the military? Why can't, you know, it be made for shop use? So I'm going to get a second pair of these headphones. I'm not going to cut these up. I'm going to leave these like they are. I'm going to get another pair just like this, and then I'll cut this off and I'm going to do that this month, get them on there. And then I've got a face shield figured out. What I'm going to do with that is it's going to get mounted into here with the whatever, so it can flip up and down. And then that'll be my shop helmet while I'm anger grinding and, you know, doing other things as well. And so that's where I'm at with that. There's a different helmet I want to get down the road. It's called the Team Wendy. I went with this one because it's inexpensive and cheap, and it'll do the job for now. But the Team Wendy has a way more comfortable interior. So it will pretty much do everything that this does, and just be more comfortable to wear, which is a big deal. You know, comfort is everything. So yeah, and then I'll be able to wear the mask with this. I won't have to deal with this concoction anymore. And I'll have better ballistic protection with this. So if the angle grinder disc breaks, you know, or whatever happens, You know, my face will be protected, and I'll be able to pretty much, you know, make whatever design changes down the road to this that I see fit. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now, and I'll do an update on this after I get it outfitted so everybody can see how that works. And we'll be doing an update video on the anodizing room, and you all are going to want to stay tuned for the machine I got in the anodizing room, because it's going to blow you away big time. And I'll tell you, without that machine, everything I'm doing in this shop for my business is pointless and useless. Yeah, and so with that machine and that machine, I got everything I need, and I'm at the finish line looking at nickel and dimes to finish this up. So that's what I've been up to. That's what I've been doing. And, you know, given the state of the channel, I just don't have time to make videos. You know, when you're doing something on YouTube and you're trying to shoot a video and do a project, it just doubles the amount of time it takes to do that project. And, you know, that channel is not making me any money. I'm not gaining subscribers. You know, it's just not a priority right now. So I just kind of have to let it sit the way it is. But, you know, rest assured, once everything is going with the business, I do have a plan to start getting that channel going. I've reached out to a company that deals with, you know, SEO and channel analytics, and, you know, we're going to see if we can defeat the YouTube algorithm here, and see if we can make a go of it. And, you know, that'll just be down the road. The press is yet to come. That'll be getting worked on this winter. I got to get new lines. They're leaking and causing a problem. You can see it leaking oil, just really ticking me off. I've got what I need to get that all straightened out, and I've been practicing with heat straightening. So I think I am in a good position to fix that. Not real major, just a minor thing. And I'm going to go ahead and weld up that hole. I got to buy another drill bit. I did buy one drill bit, but it's larger. I was going to put a bushing in there, but since I got the MIG welder, I decided, you know what? Just going to go ahead and weld that up and re-drill it, and no bushing. So I've got to rebuy another drill bit, which is going to be another $150 for that bit, but that's okay. And then sometime this winter that will be in operation. So yeah, and then gonna have to do something with this. That is gonna get put somewhere. That's gonna get put somewhere. I still have to sometime, I don't know, I'm gonna try to pour the foundation for this before the end of October. I don't know if that's gonna happen. The room is not gonna get built, but I would like to at least get the foundation laid. And then if I can do that, then I can, you know, build that room bits and pieces throughout the winter as I have money. Yeah, but that is still a must. I got to have that tool room. And, you know, that is going to become a door. That window's going to come out. The wall's going to get cut out. And then once that room is built, I'm going to have an actual door directly behind there with a window to let sunlight in. And then that room will go all the way to the corner, and it'll be 5 feet out. And then all the grinding stuff is going to go there. And then I've got, I think that's out of a Model A. I'm not sure, but it's pretty dang heavy. And that's going to be the base for my grinder finally. That's the tube that's going to get welded to that. And then right there is the plate that's going to hold the grinder. So that'll be leaving its spot from there. And I'll have to figure out where the welding stuff is going to go. I might have to divide it up. I don't know, because once the doorway's there, I'm not going to be able to store all that stuff there. So we'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. I might move the oxyacetylene stuff over there somewhere. I don't know, but once that room is built, that box will be going in it. All the grinding stuff, that press is going to probably go in it, or I don't know. I don't really need that press in here. I might just stick it in the basement. Who knows yet? But that'll open up a lot. I may end up putting all that in the room as well. That will stay because that's part of the machine shop. So we'll just have to see, you know, a lot of stuff to happen over the winter. But that's pretty much it for the updating, and just let you know what's been going on and what I'm up to and what's happening. But yeah, I gotta tell you, I lost sleep over that, and I'm just like super duper happy beyond belief that I got a quality piece of equipment finally, without getting ripped off, in my shop at a good price. And it's not Chinesium. All right, folks. That'll be it. Until next time.